Good morning. It is day 3 of our Norwegian Jade cruise, and today is our first port day, and we are sailing into Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island, Canada. We do have a short excursion later today, and we'll be meeting up in the Stardust Theater around noon. But first this morning, we are going to go catch some breakfast, probably at Oceans, and then head up to the top decks to get some footage of the sailing into the port. Now, this is the first time I've been coming on here all morning, and that's because I have been out around the ship gathering footage for the ship tour. My ship tours are very detailed and deck by deck so that you can see what the ship looks like and what to expect when you are aboard the Norwegian Jade. Well, it's time to get this day started. Come along with us for our day 3 adventures. We're going to be putting the Do Not Disturb on. So we want to come back after breakfast. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Excuse me. We are going to go to Oceans. Good morning. You can get to Oceans from 7 atrium area, or you can come down the hallways here. Thank you. Change of plans. Breakfast is going to have to wait. I realized while I was sitting at the table waiting for my food to come that I had majorly miscalculated my times. I could tell by looking out the windows at Oceans that we were already sailing into port. So I buzzed out here to the promenade to grab some video. I'm rushing to deck 13 to try to get a little bit of that sail into port. Made it up here onto deck 13, and I have a feeling probably already missed it. Coming up right next to the Norwegian sky, and we're going to dock right in front of her, I think. According to the Charlottetown Prince Edward Island website, the beautiful city of Charlottetown is located on the south shore of Prince Edward Island, just off the eastern shore of Canada in the Gulf of St. Lawrence, separated from mainland Canada by the Northumberland Strait. The city covers a land area of about 27 square miles. Charlottetown is the capital city of Prince Edward Island. It is rich in history and culture and is located within a 60-minute drive of all major points of access to and from the island. The boardwalk that stretches almost the entire southern boundary of the city is located next to one of the finest deepwater harbors in Canada. Victoria Row has shops, restaurants, and the Confederation Center of the Arts. Among other things, Prince Edward Island is known for its stunning coastal scenery. 1 month ago, Melissa was here on PEI, and she has shared with me this stunning footage, which has only made me more excited to see this island for myself today. Be sure to check out Melissa's video series titled Northeast U.S. and Canada Motorcycle Adventure 2024 when it comes out in the next few months. Prince Edward Island is famous as the setting for the beloved novels Anne of Green Gables by PEI native Lucy Maud Montgomery. Speaking of Anne of Green Gables, there is a 1980s era Anne of Green Gables miniseries that I absolutely love, and I have seen it so many times over the years. I am looking forward to our tour today, which will take us up to the area where Lucy Maud Montgomery grew up on the north side of the island. Oh yeah, I must add, my patient husband is joining me on this adventure, even though Anne of Green Gables is not his thing. Well, I got up on deck just as we were pulling past the Norwegian sky. It was already docked, and I pretty much missed the sail-in. So now I'm just gonna go back to the room. Hopefully my husband's still there. We can meet up and then head out to Stardust Theater. Okay, back at my room.
I won't be back, so I put makeup cabin.
Okay, we are on our way now to the Stardust Theater to meet up for our excursion. We are bringing a backpack with us on this tour, and along with our tour tickets and key cards, we have packed a water bottle, a couple of umbrellas, and our driver's licenses to get back to the ship after the tour. See how many other people are doing excursions today. Wow, a lot of people. Lots of people. Yes, all of them, yeah, not just ours. Okay. We're sitting in here in this theater, and on the back of these seats, here in our air vents. There's actually air coming out of this. So if you're prone to get chilly, you're gonna wanna bring a sweater. Our tour today is the ultimate Anne of Green Gables experience. To be honest, I am not sure what all it entails, as the flyer on this excursion is not very descriptive in my opinion. We don't know quite what to expect, but we are about to find out. They just called our number, and we are on our way to the gangway. I just saw something, let the cattle herding begin. It's not a nice thing to say, but that's what it feels like. We've only done a handful of cruise ship sponsored tours before, so we didn't know quite what to expect, but there is a huge crowd. All tours meet in the Stardust Theater, and then we are dismissed according to our tour number found on our ticket. The route we are taking to the gangway is down the forward stairwell to deck 4. Notice all the cabins on this level, and now notice the large volume of tour passengers accessing the gangway from this corridor. I feel bad for people staying in these cabins, like this woman here. Deck 4. Here we go through this building. I remember this from 5 years ago. I honestly feel like we're being herded like cattle.
E1, right?
Here we are. E1. Yes, I did. We made it onto the tour bus. That was an interesting experience, as I shared with you as I came along. And we're off.
I want to welcome everybody today to see Ultimate Anne. So, my name is Sharina, and I'm the tour guide for today.
I'm sure you couldn't hear her, so let me translate. And I will use a map for all you visual people out there. We are starting here at the cruise port in Charlottetown. We will drive through town on our way north to Cavendish, where we will stop at Green Gables Heritage Place and then continue on to Anne of Green Gables Museum. A lot of people from the ships walk into town here. When we were here 5 years ago, that is what we did too. But since we are going to be on this tour pretty much all day, we are not going to have the opportunity to see many of the points of interest in this port. I am glad we are at least getting to see some points of interest from this bus as we pass them. We passed through other areas of Charlottetown, but we are now out into the countryside. The farms and rolling hills are very pretty. I can only imagine how beautiful this would all be if the weather was sunny. Making our way north, this is where we are now on the map. Our guide has just pointed out to us that those crates in the water are for oysters. Apparently PEI is known for its oysters. Another check-in with our map shows us to be here. We are now seeing some of the beautiful red cliffs this island is known for. This is where we are right now on the map. Beautiful. Just before we arrive at Green Gables Heritage Site, we pass the cemetery where Lucy Maud Montgomery is buried. This is the location on the Google map. You can see that it is in close proximity to the Green Gables Heritage Museum. We now arrive at our first of two stops, Green Gables Heritage Place. Green Gables Heritage Place is a 19th century farm that served as a setting for the Anne of Green Gables novels by Lucy Maud Montgomery. Since 1985, Green Gables and the larger National Historic Site have operated as a museum of Lucy Maud Montgomery and her novels.
Thank you.
You might be wondering why we skipped the Visitor Center building. It is because our tour guide said to visit the house first because it gets too busy as the day goes by. So that is where we are headed first. Are we allowed?
Yeah, you can take pictures with everyone.
Okay.
Yep.
It is crowded enough in the house now. I am glad we got here when we did. The line is growing outside.
It's a little bit steep, so just watch your step and then at the top, watch your head. Hello, bonjour.
I wonder where these steps go. Let's run down here just to see. Did they say what this is?
I think it's the haunted forest that goes between the two girls, and so yes, you don't have to go very far. It looks about the same, but go ahead.
Oh, thank you. Sure.
Looks like just a trail to me.
In the book, it's called the Haunted Forest.
Oh.
Anne is a fictitious character, but they say that the author used a lot of her own experiences in the story. It is pretty back here. There's a golf course back there as well.
Okay.
Ooh.
Ooh. I think we're gonna head back to the museum now and tour that. The visitor center here opened in 2019 and includes ticketing, a gift shop, washrooms, and an exhibit hall featuring interpretive exhibits on Montgomery's life and her writings. I wish we had more time to stop at all these exhibits, but we don't. They have given us only 45 minutes for this stop. Now we found out that the Lover's Lane is over behind the house. The Haunted Woods was in front. We already took that. We already toured the house. So now we're going to head back to where Lover's Lane is and grab some footage of that. Look at the line up to the house now. When you get here, first thing you should do is the house. That tour guide knew what she was talking about. We went right in. Of course, we were behind people, but at least we went right in. Okay, behind the house here. And back this way is Lover's Lane. Yeah, we just took a trip down Lover's Lane. That was nice to see. Now we're gonna head back because we don't want to be late for the bus because it's a long way back to Charlottetown and we don't want to miss the boat either. We're gonna go up here to where the Lover's Lane starts and get a picture together because you cannot come to Lover's Lane with your lover and not get a picture, right? Those people are waiting on that tree. Oh my goodness. I've never witnessed anybody doing that before. You see the after effects, but I've never seen them actually do it. But we are all the way up here in Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island, and we run into somebody from South Carolina, and she recognized me, and unfortunately I didn't recognize her until it's like out of context. Yeah. And so here we go. Hi! So we went to church with them at Risen Hope in Summerville, South Carolina. Yep. So. Yep. So okay, this is so cool. Never know who you're gonna meet when you're on a trip.
Yeah, we'll have fun.
Yes, take care. That was so bizarre. Now to find the right bus. Okay, we're just going to do it. Yep, it is the Norwegian Jade Ultimate Anne of Green Gables experience. We are on the right one. Back on the bus again and on our way to the Anne of Green Gables Museum. More beautiful countryside and poor quality narration from our tour guide. The birthplace of Lucy is not open, but at least we got to drive by it. We are pulling into the Anne of Green Gables Museum. Thank you. I go into the Anne of Green Gables store here, and then we are going to get a little bit of a raspberry cordial, and then we're going to head over to the museum. Here at the store, you can get your picture with Anne and sip a raspberry cordial.
Works.
This is the end of our tour. I think we're going to be getting on the bus now and heading back. I am trying to think of the words to say about this tour. I feel like we're cattle being herded and rushed. So I'm not sure if I would ever want to do this one again. Very informative. I loved getting to see the stuff about Anne of Green Gables because I really love the story. But as far as this tour goes, I don't know. I'm gonna have to just process this for a little bit. I guess we have one more stop to make. Our tour guide has spent much of this tour talking about her ancestry and her family. I guess it would make sense that she would show us where she lives. Her home is down there somewhere. I have to say, hearing so much about this guide's personal life and family has really kind of spoiled this tour for me. A few more gorgeous countryside videos, a quicker way back, and we are finally back to the port. And we're back. We are going to go out front and get a quick picture and then head back to the ship. Okay, well, we finished our tour, the ultimate Anne of Green Gables, and I'm gonna have to write all my thoughts down so I can say them succinctly, honestly. Right now, ugh. Anyway, we're on our way back to the ship now. We just went out and got our picture taken in front of the Charlottetown sign. So we're gonna go through here, the port here, and then get back on the ship. Catch you on the other side. Bear wave. There you go. We're going in. Okay, we made it back to our room. We freshened up, and now we are going to try the Al-Azhar dining room. It's midships, deck 6, and just try something different. Ship elevators, and down we go. Well, a little change of plans here. I would like to be able to see a little bit of sail away, so hopefully by going to Grand Pacific, we'll be able to get close to enough to a window to see a little bit of the sail away. We'll see. Well, they haven't started giving out pagers yet. That's a good sign. That means they're probably not too full right now. Thank you. We are moving away from Charlottetown. Okay, we just finished up in the Grand Pacific dining room. Had a lovely dinner. It is 1 minute to 7 and the first show is getting ready to start. We're gonna try to go ahead and get in so we don't have to wait until the 9 o'clock show. Okay, the doors are closed. I don't know if they'll let us in. We're gonna try. Hey, they let us in. Day 3 is now over, and now it's back to our cabin to get ready for bed. Of course, after dinner, I shared with you that we were going to try to get into the 7 p.m. show, even though it had already started, and we were indeed able to do so. We sat up in the balcony on the starboard side and watched from up there. It was a pretty decent act. After the show, we went to the shops to pick up our daily charm and then out to the promenade for a stroll. We finished the evening in the atrium listening to Eeyore and Walter. They are such talented musicians and we enjoy their music. I also noticed the atrium lights up at night. Very colorful. I do have a few things I'm going to work on my computer for the next half hour or so, but we're going to try to get lights out around 10 o'clock tonight. Been up since 5 o'clock this morning when I was up getting footage for the ship tour that's going to be coming out in the next several weeks or so. Tomorrow is day 4 and it is a sea day. Probably will not have a day 4 in this series, but I will give a few highlights on day 5. Thanks for watching. Until next time, safe cruising out there and God bless.